Let's get to the war in Ukraine. Overnight, Russian and Ukrainian negotiators resuming talks online this week. Russia announced it would scale back military operations in some areas. We do know that U.S. intelligence is very skeptical of that claim. In the cut-off city of Mariupol, which we've been reporting about for weeks now, a Red Cross convoy is trying to reach residents who want to evacuate or who desperately need those just everyday supplies, humanitarian aid, medical supplies, food. On Thursday, Ukrainian officials again blaming Russian troops for blocking those efforts to get the supplies to Mariupol. Our Robert Sherman, who has been covering the war in Ukraine and Poland for us, is joining us live in studio. He's back in the U.S., and we're very thankful for your safe return. But Robert, what can you tell us this morning?
Well, Adrienne, Ukrainian officials say Russian forces stopped evacuation buses on their way to Mariupol and also seized 14 tons of food and medical supplies. Regardless, Red Cross workers are preparing to evacuate and deliver more aid today as airstrikes and fighting continues throughout the country. New video from Russia overnight allegedly shows a Ukrainian helicopter flying away after striking a fuel depot near the Ukrainian-Russian border. If confirmed, this would be Ukraine's first attack on Russian territory since the war began. So far, Ukrainian officials have not commented on the allegations. Elsewhere, Russian troops have been spotted today at the Chernobyl nuclear plant, but Russia is beginning to pull out of the area. According to Ukraine's state power company, soldiers were exposed to significant levels of radiation while digging trenches. This comes after numerous reports of blunders made by Russian troops, and that Russian President Vladimir Putin is being misled about how his army is performing.
He seems to be, I'm not saying this with a certainty, he seems to be self-isolating, and there's some indication that he has fired or put under house arrest some of his advisors.
In response, a spokesperson says the State Department and the Pentagon has no real information about what's happening in the Kremlin. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky expects Russian troops will focus their strikes on the Donbass region in the east, where pro-Russian separatists have been fighting Ukrainian forces since 2014.
We know their plans. We know what they are planning and what they are doing. We know that they are moving away from the areas where we are beating them to focus on others that are very important, on those where it could be difficult for us.
Ukraine's military, underestimated in the beginning, now seen for its resiliency. New video shows a convoy of destroyed Russian tanks near Kyiv. In the southern city of Mariupol, constant urban warfare continues throughout the city. A convoy of buses is headed there in hopes of evacuating residents. Repeated attacks have broken up multiple evacuation attempts for residents over the last 6 weeks. Once home to 400,000 people, it's one of the most dangerous and damaged places in Ukraine. While exact numbers can't be confirmed, it's estimated about 300,000 people have evacuated, while at least 5,000 citizens, including children, have been killed, according to Ukrainian officials. And President Zelensky is also stripping 2 generals of their military rank, saying they violated their military oath of allegiance to the Ukrainian people. One is head of the internal security at Ukraine's main intelligence agency. The other had been in a similar role, but in the Kherson region, the first major city to fall to the Russians. And also this, the UN now estimates more than 4 million Ukrainians have fled the country as refugees. That surpasses the UN's worst-case estimate at the start of the war. Adrienne?
All right, Robert, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.